guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. So this video is basically the type of videos I've been doing for the past 3 years that focus on covers and significant and insignificant moments in comic book history. I've always been a cover fan, so I love hunting down gorgeous covers, especially hunting down artists that I really admire. And just here's a fantastic example for you guys. Annihilation number 4 of 6. Covers done by Gabriel Dell'Otto. And this book actually has the death of Thanos by the hands of Drax the Destroyer right there in the forefront. Really cool scale. You see the scale compared Thanos compared to Drax there, the size, just absolutely brilliant. And also another thing that I noticed is the helmetless Thanos looks actually the one in the Avengers trailer. So that's really cool. Just sticking with the Dell'Otto theme, another cover that jumped out at me. It's a G.I. Joe #1, the cover C. This cover is actually a wraparound. Love the reflection, the white paint on the reflection on Snake Eyes and Bareness. Just absolutely gorgeous painted cover. Got a really cool heads up from my friend Richard Anderson. The first appearance of the Bleeding Edge armor. I think he's mentioned something about this being in the movie. And there's 2 covers for this, but the UPC codes are exactly the same. They read 02511. So I have no indication which one is a variant and which one is the regular cover A. This cover is done by Salvador Larroque. The Ghost Rider hype all over the place. Guardians of the Galaxy issue 13 from I think 1991. Jim Valentino cover. This has the first appearance of the original Cosmic Ghost Rider, Attilas. I wrote his name on the back. Attilas, the last priest of the outlawed faith. I was not chasing down this book. I was actually hunting down this volume of Guardians of the Galaxy because they have really cool futuristic firsts and appearances and moments that's what I love collecting. And I'm full aware of the hype that's going on with the Cosmic Ghost Rider in the Thanos book, and I was like, I wonder if this has any significance. And of course it's been already speculated, but I could care less about that. And a modern day example of what I do is I go after modern day firsts as well, like the Cosmic Avengers. And I think it's in the last few pages they turn. This is the Tarnation variant #1, and then here they are in the cover, the Cosmic Ghost Riders. So it's a thing now. What are you gonna do? Sensational SpiderMan number 39, part of the Back in Black event. This is part 2 of The Last Temptation of Eddie Brock. A gorgeous Clayton Crane cover there of Venom. I think he's over the body of Eddie Brock, but looks pretty much like Jesus. I think this is it's the reason why they did that is because of the story, The Last Temptation of Eddie Brock. But anyways, you guys know the story. Eddie Brock has cancer, and the Venom symbiote is coaxing Eddie to let him be the host again. It's a fantastic story. Akira #1, Katsuhiro Otomo. I can't even say that name. This was a thrift shop find. I tweeted the picture of the 2 books, issue 1 and 2, in the same bag for, I think it was $1.99 or $2.99. I'm not sure anymore. But they're both first printings, and I never had one in my collection, and now I do. I heard it's the later issues. I want to say they're in the high 50s. I'm not sure if that are the hardest ones to find. Hopefully I'll find them. I never get sick of this book, Batman Night of Vengeance, for part of the Flashpoint tie-ins. This is issue 2 of 3. I have this mini. It was introduced by Travis 5 years ago. This is the Martha Wayne Flashpoint universe as the Joker. Just so awesome. Just go out there, guys, and pick it up, read it. Chasing down these awesome Eddie Granoff covers. X-Men #4, Curse of the Mutants. Love the blood splattered there on Wolverine's face. Covers and cover swipes, it's what I'm all about. Blackest Night, Black Lantern, Green Arrow, issue number 30. Of course, it's Greg Horn after Neil Adams. But also another really cool, interesting moment in this comic book is there's a pretty graphic sex scene in here. It's the Blackest Night Green Arrow trying to manipulate the mind of Black Canary, describing her the sex he had with Shadow. The panels are pretty graphic. I don't know, do people already know about it? Was there hype? Because in 2010, I was out of comics at that time. Sticking with the Green Lanterns, this is issue number 9. A Bianchi cover, that's right. I'm just trying to see the signature there. You have Jeff Johns writing, and you have Peter Tomasi editing. You know you're going to get a pretty emotional Batman story. What a great single issue. This actually has the first appearance of the modern day Tattoo Man, Mark Richards. I think he was in the storyline Final Crisis. I think that's the one he was in. Batman puts on the Green Lantern ring in this one. Reluctant to do so, but he finally caves in to Hal, making him put it on. And of course, Batman constructs his parents, want to see them one more time. Love these stories. I can eat them up all day. So another perfect comic book for my personal collection. And pretty much an underrated gem that I've never seen in anyone's video or heard anyone talk about it. It's the Luke Cage Max Mini, 5 issues, done by Brian Azzarello and art by Richard Corbin, cover art and interiors. Every single cover from this run is pretty spectacular. The interiors are okay. I just have a little issue with the line work. It kind of bleeds. There's very blurred. It's kind of like taking a felt pen and writing on a tissue or a Kleenex. You know how it bleeds. It was all right. The interiors are not my favorite, but the covers are pretty much fantastic, done by an incredible artist, Richard Corbin. A gorgeous Andreyko cover from this little miniseries, Castlevania: The Belmont Legacy. Loved the game when I was a kid, and the Netflix animation was pretty solid as well. This comic book is along the same vein as the anime that was on, that's printed in novel format, and also the Netflix TV show. Moon Knight, number 21. I think this is from 1981. One of my favorite Moon Knight covers from this run. It's the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. It's actually 82. I see right there. Also, this is the first meeting of Moon Knight and Jericho Drumm, who is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Supernatural universe, and that's, you guys know him as Brother Voodoo. So really incredible. I wish it's in really high grade. I just want one that's 100% crisp, because I absolutely adore this cover. One of the covers that I would probably get signed. I'm not really into signing comic book covers, but this one I would. I'm more into getting trades signed and stuff. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Superman 200th issue. This cover is by Gene Ha. He's going to be at Motor City Comic Con. I'm going to try, as usual, I'm going to try my best to get down there and meet up with the boys. But an example is, like, I wouldn't mind getting this cover signed, and I wouldn't mind getting a bunch of signatures on this, because this book has a bunch of creators on it. Of course, Gene Ha did the cover. We have Liber Mijo, Diodato, Dan Jurgens. We have Gromit, who does a lot of conventions around here. He's the guy who did the Robin Tim Drake run. So yeah, that's what I'm looking into doing. Wonder Woman number 30 from 2009. Great cover by Aaron Lopresti and also Hi-Fi. This is as the first appearance of Achilles the War Killer, not the ancient, I think it's Silver Age or even Golden Age Achilles. Venom Carnage number 3, another Clayton Crane cover. I forgot how long these this mini was, but anyways, we get the symbiotes Carnage and Eddie Brock merging together, and it becomes a version of Toxin. I think it's the first time Eddie Brock merges with Carnage to become Toxin. Not the original Toxin from the other comic book Toxin. It's just from this storyline. So really cool stuff. And Carnage, this one deals more with Shriek, who's the female Carnage. So I love collecting different hosts of the symbiotes. So this one had a new host. It was like a Dr. Tianis, another female. It's not the original Shriek. It was someone else who lost her arm during this. I think she was in like an armored truck and whatever. They were trying to steal the toxin symbiote. And last but not least, we have Storm issue 4 of 6. It's chasing my favorite cover artists. This is Mike Mayhew. He does this gorgeous cover. Does not do the interiors, unfortunately. I met him up at a convention, had a little conversation with him. He doesn't do interiors that much or anymore because it basically takes him a year to do the interiors because he paints them. And a good example is that Jean Grey Origins that he did. He did the covers, interiors, everything. Just absolutely gorgeous. Alright guys, that's it for me. Another stack of these trending covers coming soon, plus a huge Bronze Age haul, underground comics, alternative, and horror. Don't know which order. I'm just probably going to see you guys on Wednesday. Alright, see you later.